say the letters BCS to you, what comes to mind?
Disorganized.
Shouldn't be a C in it.
Okay. What makes you say that, disorganized?
It just seems like the right-handers know what the left-handers doing. They have a great product in college football, and they don't know how to use it. That's where I have a problem with the BCS. They can have a 16-team or 24-team playoff. And they can probably make more money now than they're doing in the bowl system. For some reason, no one wants to pull the trigger.
Do you think it has something to do with the big conferences controlling the majority of the pie?
Oh, yes, without a doubt. The Pac-10, the SEC, the ACC, the Big Ten, they leave the little conferences alone. They don't even exist because they don't think they can compete with them. But what my coaches told me, any given day, anybody can beat anybody. And I think that's why the big schools are scared to play the smaller schools during the preseason games because they're scared they're going to compete.
You agree with that?
I do. I mean, it's financially motivated. I think they do know what they're doing. You can get a heck of a lot more money out of having multiple games, drawing the larger crowds. But you get more schools like Boise State that pull in the crowds they do, they're not going to have a choice. It's unfortunate. These kids, one time in their life, they're going to get that shot to go into the BCS, and it's not right. It's not the way, right? Like Kenny said, I mean, you can beat anybody, right time, right place. And it's kind of the old school, it's the good old boys club, and that's not what it should be about. They should follow the same series that they do with basketball, get it down to 16, take it down from there, and let's have a national champion.
So it sounds like you guys both agree that it's time to settle it on the field, right? You say
Correct.
that?
Correct.
No question.
Yeah, correct. Not by a whole bunch of coaches voting at the end of the year to see who's the top two teams. I've even read articles in which the athletic directors don't even vote. They give to someone else to vote. So half the time, if you're on the East Coast, you're not going to see a West Coast game because of the times the teams play.
Right. So there's a West Coast, East Coast bias.
Yeah, sometimes the West Coast.
The
gets
ESPN
slotted.
game the other night, it was so late. Anybody on the East Coast
Right.
isn't going to stay up and watch Boise State and Oregon.
Okay.
They're going to read about it in the paper.
Right.
All
Yeah,
right.
correct.
So a couple final words just to the powers that be, if they're watching this, what would you say to them?
Change it. It's not working. It's not right, particularly in these times, economic times. You've got to let it be settled on the field.
It's time for a playoff. Set it on the field.